It is now spring, but as you can see, the lawn is dormant. My front yard is dead, backyard is dead. It needs to be 55 degrees in order for seed to germinate and for the lawn to start uptaking. And as you can see, we are 42. It's actually a little bit warmer because it's in my hand. And it's like 1 o'clock. So this is peak time right now, and this is how warm it's getting. So I had this shed built, and as you can see, we have a muddy mess here. And I don't want this when springtime, when the good weather comes. I don't want to be stepping in mud and all that. So what we are going to do, even though it's cold and you can't grow seed right now, we're going to do dormant seeding. So
that ain't working.
It works 100%, Josh.
Idiot.
See, I've done this already before. As you can see here at my old house, I did a dormant seeding project where I put the dirt out, leveled it all out, and then now I'm putting the seed on top, and it just thawed out a little bit. As you can see, there's no leaves on the trees. Put the seed down, then afterwards raked it in, and then I threw a little bit of peat moss on top, and then, because it was still so cold, it snowed on top of it, just so you can see that stuff, it was not, we weren't growing yet. Even though the grass was green in that video, that's because I was fertilizing all the way through fall. But anyways, it's like that, all the snow pushed everything down into the dirt. And then now, look at it. We are cutting the lawn. This was my first mow after the lawn had grown in, and it came out perfect. So what I'm going to be doing here is, if you take a look, this right here is called Kentucky Bluegrass. I want it, there's gonna be heavy foot traffic here. I want something to regenerate. So if there's any kind of damage, it'll spread. That's what bluegrass does. So this takes the longest to germinate. So we don't have to pre-germinate. I'm gonna put it down right now when it's cold, and then when the whole lawn starts coming together, this will all germinate at the same time. So we're gonna go over the process real quick. That way, if you have any patches in your lawn, we can get that all fixed right now, and then you don't gotta worry about it when summertime comes. So first, we're gonna wanna prep the area, and we're gonna get rid of all the debris. We got sticks, rocks, pine cones, and I'm just gonna rake all of this out of there. This step isn't necessary because the ground's already wet and we have exposed dirt, but there's a little bit low, a low spot here on the side. So I found this, the old owner here left this garden soil, so it has nutrients in it already to help me out. I'm just gonna throw some dirt down around the edges and try and level this out and prep the bed. Now, time for the good stuff. We put the seed down. This is that premium seed right there, baby. Look at that. Oh yeah. We have Kentucky Bluegrass here. There's different types of grass. Just little education here is that perennial ryegrass grows the fastest. Then you got fescue that is second in line, and then we got Kentucky Bluegrass that takes the longest. But this is a rhizomatic seed, so this will spread all over. And as you can see here, it's a finer seed. It's almost like a powder, and this takes the longest to germinate. So if you were to do something like this in the beginning of summer, let's say you did it end of May, like your grass won't grow until the end of June. So that's why I want to get this done now. That way when all my grass starts growing, this is going to grow with it. So as you can see, it is a finer seed. We're going to get that all nice and thick all around. Oh no, of course, the battery dies right now. All right, well, old school, go by hand. So I don't have the square footage of this tiny area. So, you know, people in the comments are probably gonna be like, oh, you're putting it on too thick because it's Kentucky Bluegrass. It's fine, you know, it's grass seed. You know, you might get a little bit of crowding, but overall, just get a nice coverage all over the place. And I like to personally go outside of the area, kind of blend it all. So get a little bit over here, and that should be good. All right, now that we got our seed down, we're gonna mix it all in. Now you can step down on it, you know, and kind of push it in. I'm just gonna give it like a light little rake. This is a dethatching rake, and I'm gonna kind of just mix it all in. And this is kind of like the harder part on this side. See, this is a lot easier on this side with the fluffier dirt. This is how you want it, like this, all nice and mixed in. The other side's a little muddy. So, but this is how you want it right here with this nice fresh soil right here, how it's all nice and mixed in. So now, tonight we're supposed to get some snow, possibly rain, and you know, the ground's already wet from all the snow. Like honestly, like just about 2 weeks ago, we had like probably about 6 inches of snow on here. So this is all pretty moist, but just to continue on to prove Josh wrong about how this doesn't work, this is what I did in the last video, is I put peat moss on top. What this does is this helps retain water, but my big thing is that if it does rain, this is sloping a little bit and I don't want any runoff. So this will kind of act as like a tacky glue. When it gets wet, it'll kind of like mat it down, and you'll see after I spread this down, I'm gonna kind of step on it and then just make sure that all this stuff stays in place. So I'm just putting a light layer on here. We don't want to like have it where it is super thick like this, because we're going to block the seed. Because I've had it before where you put too much on and then the seed will grow underneath and then you'll move the peat moss and you see it growing. So I am just putting a nice light layer like this on there. You can almost see through it. See that? If I just move it, it's sitting right underneath it, because we will get weather, some rain, some snow, and it's gonna thin this out. So you just want it nice and thin. See how you can see the seed under there? That's what you want. Just a nice thin layer, nothing thick. Well, all right, that's it.
Are you just leaving it like that?
No, Josh, I'm going to clean it up. All right. Obviously, we're going to clean up our mess. Now, you don't want to use a leaf blower to blow this off, even though you would be tempted to, because if you do a leaf blower, you're going to blow all your mulch or your peat moss that you put down, seed, dirt, just a light brush. And then when season starts and all this grows in, then you can go ahead and give this a really good scrub. All right, so we got it all done. Very easy, as you can see. Simple steps. But now once it starts to grow, okay, when season starts, you're gonna want something like this. This is Simple Lawn Solutions. I'm not gonna put anything heavy down. This is a 3-18-18. You want something with the middle number to be higher. It's phosphorus. That's gonna help the roots drive deeper. It's gonna feed it. You know, this isn't like a high nitrogen. We're not gonna push the growth. We want the growth to go down, not up. We want strong roots in this section because there's going to be a lot of foot traffic. So I will be spraying this around this entire area to help the grass get stronger, grow deeper. So hopefully this helped you guys out. And like I said before, I've done this and I have 100% success rate with it. And I'm sure that you're going to thank yourself later when you have those bare spots that you're looking at now and you don't got to take care of them in the beginning of summer. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Aren't you going to get demonetized for that?
I don't know. Like when you add stuff like this into grass videos, I find it to be hilarious. I don't know, even though it's not even grass related, we all know what it means.